Kobe Baldwin and Jack Cascadin in a great face-off matchup between two of the best in Division I. Walker Wallace trying to fight Baldwin on the sideline, and it is the long pole of Wallace who will pick up the first face-off for Cornell.
Matchup Firth has drawn the long pole.
Ryan Goldstein at X gets around GLE and forced away.
Now that's one factor in last year's game. Goldstein was not a factor in this game, and obviously he's become a big part of this Cornell offense.
What you say, the short stick on Hugh Kelleher, that's the first goal of the game. They attack that first short stick matchup right away, and what an interesting decision to put a short stick on a Tewaaraton Award watch list player in Hugh Kelleher.
Well, especially someone who dodges so much downhill. This is actually a pretty atypical dodge, just comes down the alley with his left hand.
Short stick on Ethan Long, that's Michael Bozzi covering him. Same, a short stick on Aquino. And the shot, score. Both teams attacking the short stick matchups early. And maybe this prompts a change from both teams. You have deadly goal scorers who have been put on short stick matchups.
Well, I think what ends up happening, and here's a just patient dodge, right? That no slide comes to it. He gets in the middle. He's got the whole goal to shoot at, and it beats it across stick side.
First midfield is trotting back on for the Nittany Lions.
You know, this is early in this game. You look for Cornell to try and figure out what their matchups are going to be.
Jack Amon got past this matchup and scores past Nust. The Rutgers transfer puts Penn State on the top, 2-1.
Right? I mean, it's an opportunity here where if you're Cornell, you come in saying, I'm sure that the plan was to put the long pole on Trainer, and maybe they were even going to try and do some different things. So now you've got to decide pretty quickly. Penn State knew coming on the field who they were going to have personnel-wise. So look for a quick hitter right here from Kirst. A little two-man game coming.
Two-man with Dalton. Kirst will fire the shot, and that bounces off Fracian, but it's a shot clock reset. Dalton will get it to Michael Long.
1 Cornell.
Right place, right time for Andrew Dalton to pick up the rebound, and Michael Long with acres of space to fire it right past Fracian.
Yeah, and it was just a good opportunity, right? They get the shot clock reset, good ground ball, and just space, right? Everyone had come over. That's what happens when you have a CJ Kirsch. Still feels like both of these teams are still feeling each other out a little bit.
Just about to say that. Definitely a tentative period for both of these teams. What about Michael Bozzi nearly whipping the ball out of Wallstrom, but he's got the defender hung up. Matthews free. It's a low stop for Nust. Kirst picks up the ground ball.
You got a shorty on Michael Long, so he's going to take him behind.
They've
been able in their ball movement to get him these sorts of matchups from time to time, and they really like it.
Long will score on the short stick. What a good job there from Cornell identifying Long on the short stick matchup against Kyle Aldridge. And the invert puts Cornell back in front.
Right, and you can see the defender here is just trying to take away his right hand, but he says, okay, well, I'll just take my left. Yeah, that Yale team is one of the surprises with several guys back who were out last year coming back. I think a lot of people had big expectations for the Bulldogs.
Oh, off pipe. Long just missed it. And Matthews on the rebound couldn't quite push it
Goes around the world, tries to put that in.
Of his passing. Emulates the blue-collar style that Cornell Lacrosse is made of. And Jeff Tambroni, as this pass right on the doorstep, finally is score for CJ Kirst. And shoving now as Kirst, a lot of action in between there. Finally gets on the score sheet.
Be interested to see if they take a look at this. He was pretty close to being in the crease here. Nice cross. This is a tough feed to make.
And Long will have to back off. Under 20 on the shot clock now. Lucy. Sheehan's got some open space. What a great save from Fracian.
To make sure they are ready to go when there's opportunities to position yourselves for automatic bids to the NCAA tournament start.
The Rutgers transfer Jack Amon has one goal, wants a second, and Wyatt Nuss saw that one all the way.
I think he'd like that one back.
Nothing on cage yet.
When Long's got the short stick. He did a nice job working to get open. Tried to shut him off. They must have had a switch. So now it's very short time, though.
Under 10 seconds long. Will dunk it off for Goldstein.
Just a really nice job. That's now a 4-goal run for Cornell to be able to go with short time. Just Long is able. You see the slide comes. You get actually two guys moving, and then the cut to the back pipe by Goldstein.
And like you said, a 4-goal run for Cornell right now. Kirst versus Ross. Once again, Kirst got around Ross this time. Tries to open up his angle a bit more. C.J. Kirst.
And that's one of the places on the field that he loves to dodge from. That low wing, he's able, Cornell, you could see, cleared everything out for him. Just brought one cutter through and then just keeps going right through the stick. Just the way he's able to create his own shot like that is one of his strengths. But then his ability to ride and get ground balls, he's just such an all-around lacrosse player.
And State will pick up a second straight face-off win, though, starting to equalize in that department. Shot, score. Wallstrom found himself free on the left slot.
And that's what I was just going to say. This is an important possession for Penn State. And there's the opportunity. Again, you see Aquino has the ball. He just sort of threatens a little bit. And then Cornell was sucked inside, and a nice job of the pop out on the backside by Wallstrom.
Long, Aquino, and Amo.
I'm sure they're going to want to run, and they've got a flag down.
So Penn State will go on the man up. As Cornell's trying to aggressively get the man up started at least, but that shot went off the bar, so it's a fresh 60. Aquino's going to shoot wide. It's going to have to be Parnham on the clear. He'll take it over. Parnham wants it. Gets the slide coming, and the flag's going to get called on Kelleher.
That is textbook push from behind.
Aquino has some space. 5 seconds left on this man up. 2, 1. Shot, score! Hobbs, the man up specialist.
Yeah, and Cornell stayed pretty packed there. They really didn't sort of extend much at all there. I actually thought Aquino, where he had gotten to on the field, would maybe try and take it, and then unfortunately Staub was in the passing lane.
You thought it was cloudy before in Ithaca. A lot of blue sky now, as you can see, with the sun beating down at Sholkoff Field. Absolutely beautiful day for lacrosse here as we continue into the third quarter. Is that Michael Bozzi? Who left Michael Bozzi open for a goal-scoring opportunity? His second goal of the season.
Yeah, and it was sort of just slow developing. It was sort of one of these things where it looked like Cornell was going to pull it out a little bit, but yet you're able to see Bozzi get open, just able to take advantage of that opportunity.
One of two man-up specialists on this Cornell team, him and Rory Graham. And the pass to Cadigan is off target. Matt Dooley's trying to fight for it. Liam Matthews beats him there first. And so that'll end the rest of the Cornell man up. Full strength, shot, score. Oh boy, Alex Ross in transition. He's done a great job of shutting down C.J. Kirst, and he gets rewarded with a goal, his first goal in his prolific career.
Well, and Cornell, it looks like all the midfielders ran to the substitution box.
30 to shoot for C.J. Kirst. 11:53 left to go in the game. Kirst falls down. Kelleher. Is the ball still in his stick somehow?
No, it got soaked up.
The ball is on the eventually picked up by Cornell. It's a fresh 80 on the shot clock because of the turnover and the chaos. The dive, that one, yeah, it looked like Fraysion just got it. I'm not sure it was off the bar, Fraysion, but boy, Kelleher denied at the doorstep. Boy, if you were searching for the over in this game, it doesn't look too good right now.
And I was surprised there was a reset in there. I'm not sure the possession was ever really gained.
Willem Firth, another, that was either blocked on the way in or stopped by Fraysion.
Yeah, it seems like Fraysion's really seeing the ball well here now.
Last I checked, no relation between Ethan Long and Michael Long. Ethan Long for Penn State, hailing from Calvert Hall in Maryland. Amon, off of Nust. Only the fourth save that Wyatt Nust has had to make, but a great one there in his specialty, the low save for Wyatt Nust. Long is forced away by Bozzi. 40 seconds on the shot clock.
See, and there's a difference where Cornell switched through the two-man game.
Now Bozzi's on the attacker, Wallstrom, who has a goal. Wants a second one. Another save from Nust off his legs. The ground ball's to stop. So Kelleher and Dalton will have the short sticks. Here is Dalton. berth. It's been a long time without a goal. Let's change that. Hugh Kelleher says, you put a short stick on me, I'll take advantage of that. Second goal for Hugh Kelleher.
And for him, you know, he had a dodge very early in this possession here. He just seals out the defender with his body, gets underneath.
30 seconds on the shot clock for Penn State. Peden starts. Matthews left alone for a second. Almost gets past TJ Lamb. 20 seconds now on the shot clock. And the shot score. What a great job from Liam Matthews to fall down and still get the shot off.
I don't know if Wyatt Nuss thought that shot was coming from there. It was from a distance. He was kind of falling. He looked like he reacted a little bit late on the shot. Just comes across, just slowly. And as he's falling down, yeah, Wyatt Nuss just a little bit slow to react.
Along one of those first midfield line middies against Charlie Box.
Really, the difference in this game was that second quarter run from Cornell.
Matthews denied by Nust. Met him stick side high. Time winding down on the shot clock, 10 seconds. Both teams have been very methodical in the shot clock. Matthews, wide left.
Short time here, 6 seconds. Sure, they'll try and go quickly, but also not give up.
Peden tries to wrap around, and it's an easy save for Nust. Bounces right into the stick of Gil Martin. The largest run in this game was the 5-goal run that allowed Cornell to take a 6-2 lead.
Here's that downhill dodge.
Dunk from Andrew Dalton. That's a specialty from Andrew Dalton to dunk right on the crease. And Hugh Kelleher, with his head full of steam, picks up the assist.
Well, he's not necessarily known as an assist guy, Hugh Kelleher, and he does a nice job there, uses the pick, and is able to just find Dalton and just, to your point, like it was a dunk. He just dunked it right in.
He'll take TJ Lamb on the invert. Singer switches on to him. Now Wallstrom has Lamb. A goal for Wallstrom. And Penn State wants a dunk of their own. They'll get a dunk of their own with Peden.
If you can do it, I can do it.
Yes.
That's what it sort of was. It just finds him inside. Cornell's defense got rotating here. You ended up with a change in matchup. Wallstrom gets the short stick and takes advantage of it, looks inside.
The short stick is Kyle Aldridge. 20 seconds for Michael Long. Works on his invert. Long up top to Kelleher. Ryan Goldstein! Oh, it's beautiful play. Tic-tac-toe for the Cornell offense.
That's
the Big Red are the first to 10.
That's the best offensive sort of ball movement that they got. We're able to get the ball rotating and spinning.
Cascadin and Baldwin. Once again, it's Cascadin who picks up the ground ball. Here comes Jack Cascadin. Shoots. Scores!
And that's the thing that Jack Cascadin brings to this team. His ability as a face-off guy to handle the ball. As soon as he sort of got to this restraining line, I'm like, here comes a shot. I was surprised they didn't rotate it to it quicker, because if you've been watching the film, you know that this is what he's going to want to do. He got this ground ball with one hand, just steps in and just lets it fly, and they're going to get a timeout here.
Usek and Jordan Stevens, both recruited by Tambroni before he left for Penn State. Somehow Long gets this behind cage. The skip pass to Liam Matthews is in. Ever since that 5-goal run from Cornell, no team has found separations in the run department.
Yeah, and the Cornell defense got sort of out of sync there because of the opportunity before it.
With how short Penn State is with offensive options, it's basically been this first midfield line the entire way. A little bit of step for Peden. Shoveled in. Nust, a save. 8 saves for Wyatt Nust.
Cornell is using that as a way where you bring an attackman over.
5 seconds left, and Goldstein will pick it up. Fracion's out of the cage, and Goldstein will back off. Goldstein will take the shot now. He'll score against the 10-man. The hat trick for Ryan Goldstein has restored Cornell's lead to 4.
That's defensive. They had a defender in the cage, and he came out. Fracyon was actually on Goldstein. So I'm surprised that guy, he's not going to shoot that if there was someone there.
Because 2 goals and 1 assist for most players is not a quiet day.
Yeah, for sure.
Willem Firth gets doubled. What a huge slide from Alex Ross. He's been absolutely excellent today.
That's a push on Kelleher from behind.
Ryan O'Connor doing a great job to pick up the ground ball, and it's an excellently timed double from Alex Ross.
Yeah, Cornell should have really communicated better through that.
The pass from Aquino couldn't quite find his long pole in Costin. Kelleher staying on the field, picks up the ground ball. Honorable mention All-Americans last year as well. You imagine he'll rise up those All-American ranks this season as well. 20 seconds. Kurse goes. Looks for his options. Willem Firth's all alone, and Willem Firth stopped by Frasian.
Boy, I thought that one was going in.
And nearly a failed clear for Penn State. That was almost disastrous, but now Aldridge is alone.
Yeah. And the coaches were looking for them being offsides because the guy was in the air jumping to get onside for Penn State.
Yeah, Matthews can't handle the pass from Aldridge. Dooley with the ground ball. And now it's Cornell on the clear. Ten-man once again coming for Penn State. And the 10-man forces a turnover. Aldridge wants a goal, and they'll pick it up.
And that's one where I think Wyatt Nust has to say, you know, I'm not going to make that risky pass, right? This is an opportunity. Just didn't throw it very well. It was well covered. You almost think about, do you just cheap it down to the other end? Important face-off here.
Baldwin and Cascadin again.
Penn State goal scored by
towards the offensive end. Huge crunching hit, and a flag will fly. John King was the recipient of the hit.
Could be because of the type of hit it was. If it was up head to head.
It's helmet. Oh, boy. First shot goes wide left. Nust was almost there for the backup, but Matthews was first. Under 2 minutes to play. Matthews tries for the dunk. He'll get it over the shoulder of Nust.
He didn't have a lot to shoot at there. It was pretty flat angle, but I think it was Nust moving that's what created that opportunity. He's almost just on goal. Yeah. And this is a non-releasable foul. They've liked Matthews in this position down low. This is just how they went a second ago.
Garrett Glass is now on the man-up unit for Penn State. 1 minute left in the man-up. This next shot's low and it's in. Penn State's brought it to within one. And they still have a minute on the man-up timer.
Wallstrom comes from behind there. Cornell just a bit slow getting to him.
But he's running for his life past Alex Ross.
And now you're going to look for him to double back the other way.
The poles are fiercely off, and Kevin Parnham trying to force CJ Kurse out, and he does force him out of bounds. So, not too much time ticking off the clock. 10 seconds on the man up.
Cornell will release a midi from the midfield line.
2, 1. Full strength for the rest of the game. Shot from Mamo. He scores. We're all tied up at 12.
And boy, I think that's one where he just let it fly. That we haven't seen that range from him all game long, and just steps in, right? Just lets it fly. Just sort of an overhand shot, opposite stick side, ties this game up.
They've taken advantage of the penalty, and now a violation against Melkonian. Baldwin has 2 goals. He's going to take it directly himself. Time running down, 10 seconds. This ball's bouncing around, no flag.
Yo, there is a flag.
There is a flag. Oh, boy. So Penn State can hold for the ball heading into overtime.
30-second hold.
And the call is on Drew Divany.
I think they announced the wrong number. It's Melkonian.
Yes, excuse me. It's on Melkonian. Penn State will hold for overtime. Penn State will start with the ball in overtime. A 4-goal run to end the game off of extra man opportunities for Penn State. Wallstrom. 9 seconds left. Aquino taking his time. And Glass lost it. Brendan Staub trying to fight for the ground ball. This is going out of bounds. Who are the officials giving it to? Penn State. It's a shot clock reset as well. It's a fresh 80 for Penn State.
Correct. So we're all even.
Full strength now. But again, Penn State's got 80 on the shot clock. Malmstrom to Amo. And Penn State will settle down. Aquino. Shot. Score! Ethan Long has won the game for Penn State. Down 12-8 in the fourth quarter. The Nittany Lions score 4 goals in the final 2 minutes and change. And Ethan Long is the hero in overtime for the Nittany Lions.